Day Chicago starts now.
And coming up, it is the health behind the home plate. We're live out here at Midwest Orthopedic at Rush, taking a look at some of the exercises pitchers can use from Cubs to high school kids to stay healthy all season long. Very important right now. You don't want to miss it. Keep watching Good Day Chicago.
And with all this baseball talk going on lately, Jake is going to help those of us who are still working on that rotator cuff, Corey. You know what I'm talking about? The science of baseball and how to avoid those injuries. I could use a little of that.
I'm with you.
And October baseball fever is underway in Chicago. And our own Jake Hamilton, who has as much enthusiasm as those Price is Right contestants, is always looking for ways to boost his athleticism. He's catching up with some orthopedic doctors to teach him about the science of baseball this morning. Jake.
That's right, my man, because the only word that matters more to Cubs than win is healthy. In order to win, our players have to be healthy. So we are live out here at Midwest Orthopedic Rush to talk with some experts about what it takes to keep these guys healthy, to prevent injuries and recover from injuries. We're going to be talking with some high school players who have, some of them have had to undergo some of these surgeries. We're going to be talking with some of the Rush experts about what some of the Cubs can be doing to make sure that they stay healthy throughout the postseason. As you know, the position of pitcher is the one that is most prone to injuries. So what are we going to do? We're going to get some pitchers and make them pitch for 3 hours worth of live television to make sure that we keep them healthy. We're going to be live out here, Midwest Orthopedic at Rush all morning long, and I'm going to try to refrain from throwing myself because I'd rather not embarrass myself on live television. Guys, we're going to toss it back to you guys in the studio. These kids are fantastic. They're awesome. You ought to see them. These kids, they're really, really good.
That's what it's all about here in Chicago. Blue October. So everybody is still talking about baseball, whether you're, one of the majors or minors. It's America's pastime. But who knew there was so much science involved in baseball?
All right, and this morning, Jake is getting some advice on how to keep from getting injured on the pitcher's mound. How's that fastball coming along, Jakey?
It's coming along really well for those guys. You don't want to see me try to do it, but that is right. When it comes to the Cubs, the only thing more important than winning is staying healthy this postseason. So we're out here at Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, and I'm here with Dr. Nick Verma. Dr. Verma, how are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you. You are the sports medicine surgeon here at Rush, but then also you are the official physician for a little baseball team called the White Sox. Is that right?
That's true.
Okay, so are you cheering for the Cubs this postseason?
Once the White Sox are done, we're Chicago fans at heart, so yes, we're looking for the Cubs to win the series.
Okay, fantastic. What are the Cubs are going to have to do, especially the pitchers, to do to stay healthy this postseason? Because injuries very prominent, very prone when it comes to that position. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, one statistic that we like to talk about is that 1 in 3 Major League Baseball players has had Tommy John surgery, which is amazing to think about at that level. But the reality is that injury prevention goes out the window in the playoffs. We've seen it with starting pitchers coming in relief, throwing on short rest, and injury prevention really starts at this age. When
we have some high school guys behind us right now.
Yeah, so what we're looking for is injury prevention for baseball throwers occurs over a long period of time. It's the volume of throwing, how fast they're throwing, and it really is at this age where they get screened out for being high risk for injury before they get to the major leagues.
So for people watching at home, if they have kids that are playing in Little League or getting up to playing in high school, now is the time to really start making sure that they're playing in a way that's going to keep them healthy.
Absolutely, and the scouts at the major league level know that now, and so they're looking for these kids who have had early injuries or have been thrown extensively during high school and college, and those kids are getting screened out from Major League Baseball. So there's a lot of different resources that are available through the Major League Baseball. We have one at Midwest Orthopedics that's called Shoulders for Life, and it talks about injury prevention based on limiting innings pitched, velocity, staying away from the radar gun and seeing how fast you can throw, and taking time off during the year. So it's those year-round athletes that really are at the highest risk.
Absolutely. Dr. Verma, thank you for everything. Fantastic.
Thanks.
A Chicago fan now, despite being the White Sox physician.
Thank you. Say it. Go Cubs.
Go Cubs. You heard him say it. All right, guys, we're out here. Midwest Orthopedic at Rush. Tossing it to break. See you guys in a bit. And coming up, what is it going to take to keep the Cubs healthy this postseason? We're live at the Midwest Orthopedic at Rush, talking about the health behind the home plate. This guy looks like a young Mike Kaplan. What do you think?
I like his motion there. Let's see what he's got with the knuckle.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're live out here at Midwest Orthopaedics at Rush. I'm here with Dr. Blomgren and Jake. Guys, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great.
Okay, we learned in the last hour when it comes to preventing injuries, something that the Cubs might, be susceptible to, really starts in high school. Jake is one of your patients.
Yes.
For parents, that are watching right now that maybe they have kids playing Little League or high school, what do they need to be doing now that could prevent injuries, baseball injuries down the road?
Well, really, it's looking at just the volume, how often they're playing, how often they're throwing, and really keeping an eye on number of pitches for our pitchers and how often they're throwing, and that's where it starts. Jake, unfortunately, came into the office injured and had a partial tear of his ulnar collateral ligament on the inside of the elbow here, and that's one of the more common injuries. It's also known as the Tommy John ligament.
Yeah.
His was partially torn, and so we were able to treat it conservatively with a PRP injection, something that has kind of gained favor for these partial tears, and luckily he's been able to get back throwing. We've been utilizing this brace to kind of augment the healing and protect him a little bit further.
Well, he's been throwing it all morning, so obviously you do a good job. Doctor, thank you so much. Jake, we'll be with you again. We're going to have you keep throwing for another hour if that's cool. We're live out here at Midwest Orthopaedics at Rush, talking about all the science behind what the Cubs are going to have to do to stay healthy this postseason. Keep watching Good Day Chicago. We'll be right back.
So, Jake Hamilton, you're good at the right time now? The science of baseball?
It is the right time. That's right. Good morning, guys. We are live out here at Midwest Orthopaedics at Rush, talking with an expert all about the motion, the science behind the motion, and the importance of the motion. I'm here with Dr. Antonia Zafariou, who is the Director of Motion Analysis for Sports Medicine. Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing very well, very well. Now, obviously, we've got some motion going on behind us. Talk about why it is so important to study motion when it comes to keeping athletes healthy.
Sure. So in terms of keeping athletes happy as well as general population healthy and, working their best, it's important to study the behind the scenes of the motion. So in biomechanics, we study using different technology, different sensor technology, how people interact with the environment, how they move each part of their body, and which muscles they use to do it. So we get a glimpse into how they control movement.
Right. So we've been talking specifically about baseball all morning, and obviously, we want to keep the Cubs healthy. But this is applicable to really all athletes, whether you're a football player or you're running track or whatever the case may be. Motion is important for staying healthy.
Yeah, so our goal in this program and our motion analysis of the sports division is to keep our overhead athletes safe and performing their best, but also to understand things that can affect general population like arthritis and rotator cuff injuries.
Fantastic. Dr. Zafariou, thank you so much, guys. Live out here, Midwest Orthopaedics at Rush. Can we give a shout out to our players all morning long? We have been sort of talking about preventing injuries while still keeping them throwing baseballs for about 4 hours. So there's a certain irony to that. So I think we should give them a little bit of a shout out for continuing to sort of be our background props all morning long. So thanks to these guys. Also missing school for us. On that note, we're tossing it back to you guys in the studio. Let's go Cubs. Stay healthy, guys.
All righty. Good deal.